Looks like he might just back away instead and not commit for that gank. While Sheepy's still bottom, now hitting level 7. And has a pink ward. So Dragon, I'm assuming, pretty sure that UoL are going to go for a push on the bottom tower, take it, maybe pick up a kill, and go for a Dragon off the back of that with that pink ward there. And it's going to be very hard to really deal with. Also, that's got to be careful. And he is farming pretty well here. 74 to 109. Yeah, he's down quite a bit. Remember, he's died 3 times, though. And did the stream drop? I'm seeing some messages in chat that the stream might have actually just dropped there for a second. I'm not really sure if it did. Let me know in chat, guys. Honestly, I'm able to read that one. I don't see any drop frames, but I do only see 1,000 frames encoded, which is not the best of signs. JO and Viz still going head-to-head here. Ocelot just trying to dodge as much as he possibly can here, but we're going to see a 3v3 breakout on the bottom side, it looks like. And here we go. Dio getting engaged on Listing. Listing has flash to get away from this one. Bob's ultimate. He actually will get engaged upon. He will get taken out. Ocelot going to be coming in as well to try to turn this one around. Morden will drop Sheepy. He won't escape this one. And Ocelot looking for a stun maybe on Vardax here. Won't pick it up, but they will take a 2-for-1 trade. And not to mention, Yuki picking up 2 more kills. 5-0 now for him. And that Blade of the Rune King will be done when he gets back to base. Meantime now, Power Vivo realizing the Ocelot did go down on the bottom side. Gonna pick up a turret on the mid lane. And tie things up now at 1-1 here between both teams. But remember, the bottom turret for the side of G2 isn't healthy at all. So that could easily be turned in their favor. And with Dragon up, that could be a lot of free gold or global gold that they're going to pick up here. Now Viz, JWoww still going head-to-head. It looks like JWoww's finally starting to win out on these trades here, but Viz hasn't bought up in a while. He's sitting on 2,600 gold. And that is maybe a little bit hard to deal with when he does go back and buy, which he's done right now, and he will have that teleport up. So is he going to go for the Tiamat? No, he's actually going the tanky Rengar build. I remember seeing this actually quite a bit back in Intel Extreme Master Singapore. Out of Zonda, who built him pretty much as pure tank. And he's ridiculously hard to kill that way. And right now, Morden taking a lot of damage, and with even 3 or 4 men there, they couldn't gank power. They want that gold bonus off of him. Morden, well, he's not really tanky enough to deal with this Dragon here, but they know power has no ultimate. They're gonna go for this Morgana. This thing has his ult almost up here. And will they go for it? Dragon in very low on life. Looks like it will be secured for the side G2, but will they secure anything else? Teleport coming in from Viz onto the fight here. And it looks like the rest of G2 are just trying to back away with power. Gets an amazing setup. JWoww coming in from the backside all by himself. He's getting locked down. He has ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. The Ignite might be enough to just take away on him. And Sheepy will pick up the kill on him. Now Sheepy looking for a second one here. And Dio will force the flash. And, well, I'm not sure he's going to escape Sheepy, though. Is he going to catch him, Sheepy? Will he have the extra charge? No, he doesn't have that ultimate charge up yet again. And that will just be a 1-for-0 trade. But Dragon picked up on the side of G2. However, they just lost another turret on the bottom side, and they might lose a tier 2 turret in the middle. Let's see. All it takes is 1 Dark Binding. All it takes is 1 stun. Remember, the combo that they have, if you have Rengar snare someone, follow up with a Dark Binding, follow up with a Syndra stun, you're not going to survive that. You will get taken down very quickly. Especially with all the burst damage they have with the Kha'Zix. You know, the Syndra, the Rengar, who could even do a lot of damage. And G2, they have to be careful. They don't have a squishy team, but all their damage dealers are squishy. All their main damage dealers are squishy. And they're basically just running a 2 DPS kind of composition, so they have to be careful. And well, right now, as you can see, 15 minutes in, it is UoL with the gold lead right now. And JWoww, well, he should be able to get this one. Vardax won't be able to chase him down. But either way, another turret going for Unicorns of Love. So 3-1. Getting a lot of free global gold here. Pretty much securing themselves the gold lead by almost 1,000. But will that be put into items here? We do have the Nisa Large Rod picked up for the side of UoL for Power Vivo. And you've seen Ocelot. I mean, 1 stun and he's dead right now. That's all it's going to take to kill him. He has to be careful. Luckily for him, he does know Dio is off to the side to help him out. You can see between the AD carries, just splitting up between the Blade of the Rune King and the Bloodthirster. Yuki does have the extra 1,000 gold to spend here, so what is he going to go for next? I'm assuming some attack speed with the Zeal, maybe go into that, Oh, that's a new Sunfire Cape animation. Did not even notice that was changed. Huh. Interesting. Alright, but Power picking up blue buff. Now here's my question to him. Is he going DFG or is he going Death Cap? I want to say DFG is going to be like a smart move. Because then he can burst anyone that gets in his face. Morden, JWoww, Dio, they're all going to die. But if he goes for the Death Cap, he can do a lot more poke here. And poke actually might be a good thing. Oh, he gets a stun on Onslaught. He's going to need some extra damage on top of that. But he's going to back away Yuki, try to chase him down. But you can see how much damage he takes from one Q from Syndra. And JWoww and Viz. Well, Viz is going to be overextended here. JWoww waiting for his moment to strike. He's hunting the Hunter. And let's see what he does do. Viz going to get engaged on. He will get slowed up as well. Morden does have the red buff. Viz should be taken down here, but look how tanky he's proving to be here. JWoww pushes him away. Morden comes in from the side. Viz still surviving, and he actually might live from this one, but we see the flash come in from JWoww. They pick up the kill, but look how much they committed for this one. Now, Dude, he'll get harassed out a little bit more here, but he will survive. Again, good job by Jude 2 to pick up a kill. They're going to pick up a turret as well. And hopefully for their sake, they can defend that middle tier 2 or that bottom tier 2. Because that will get pushed on here very quickly. Is Jason casting by himself? That's weird. I've been casting by myself the entire time throughout the entire season. Oh, also getting locked down here. We'll get stunned up as well. And Sheepy might back away from this one. Yuki doing some really good damage now. He doesn't have to really compete against any armor minus Viz right now. And UoL gonna back away 18 minutes in. And you see pings coming down on that middle turret. But you can see the side of G2. They're not going for it just yet. Onslaught has the ultimate up again. And one thing that's kind of nice is that if Viz or Sheepy stealth, Onslaught can spot them out. Like that right there will limit the chances of Viz one-shotting someone. But if he doesn't use it quick enough, or notice that Viz is probably stealthed up and going for the engage, then they still could lose out on their Twitch. So we'll see how that one goes. Rat-a-tat-tat. Oh, gosh. I still want to call it Spray and Pray. That's like the best name to have for Twitch's ultimate, because that's what he does. But you can see Yuki, actually, wow, going for some very early magic resist. He needs to be able to survive that burst damage that Power can do. And Power has gone the DFG. All right, so Power looking for the burst onto anyone here. And things will get difficult. But let's take a look at CS here between all the lanes. Top lane, 10 CS lead for Viz. Mid lane, about a 40 CS lead for Power, who's going to get ganked. He's going to get locked out, trying to burst Yuki completely, and Yuki will survive for the help of that Negatron Cloak, but Power, he won't. That'll be a shutdown for more. Now, Dio getting locked down with the Dark Body, he's going to get taken out, but JWoww flying in the Dragon form, looking for the kill on a Sheepy, and it looks like Sheepy will get taken out with Onslaught coming in. He gets the gold card, but it's locked down by the Dark Body, and he, in fact, gets taken down as well. It's a 2-for-2 trade, and it's not... Well, now it is done, as we do see. Unfortunately, UoL not able to chase them down, but Onslaught going a little bit too deep there, a little bit too gung-ho. And that does get him killed, but either way, 2-for-2. And Yuki, I mean, the buy-up. I talked about his Negatron Cloak going for some early magic resist. Well, that right there is why. And he barely survived, but if he didn't have that, he would have most certainly been dead, and that could have been a way different fight. Oh, JWoww dodging the Dark Binding here, looking for Elysiang, but he's gotta be careful. Yuki coming in, he might be able to get enough damage in here, but you can see Viz with that armor. He really can't do much to that just yet. Doesn't have any armor pen. Oh, the flash coming from Elysiang, going very ballsy with the Dark Binding, but unfortunately does not connect. But Dragon has come up now. Inside G2, forced back away. But look at Austin. Look at the position. He's over towards the side. He's not in the best position to get in the middle of this fight. He does have flash, though, and Dragon down very low on health. Will Morden go for the steal? And unfortunately, he will not have his Q back up. And that will be Sheepy picking it up for his team. That is 2-1 in Dragons for UoL. And they have, well, a 1.2 thousand gold lead. Only 21 minutes in. It's a very close game here between these teams. And Yuki now able to get his red buff. Okay, so Viz off to the side. No ultimate up, though. I was maybe looking for a kill on Onslaught. And let's see Yuki. He doesn't really have a lane to farm just yet. He's actually behind 30 CS to his counterpart right now. Obviously, he's still ahead of gold because of all the kills he's gotten, but look at that. He's actually going to be behind in a couple of CS. Like, he's going to have a wave, so he's going to be able to get back ahead, but they're pretty much dead even in gold, and he has 4 extra kills and only 2 to 3 assists for him. That is insane. And that's just, you know, because of the global gold. You have an extra dragon, you have an extra tower. Not to mention that extra 20 CS, so. Even G2's guy that's the farthest ahead is actually not that far ahead if we look at, you know, the gold between them. And now if we look at mid laners, it's going to be a completely different story. 7.3 to 8.3, 1,000 gold lead for power. That's extra what? Blasting Wand, that's a lot of ability power, especially at this stage in the game. Alright, so last Whisper picked up for Vardags. And another Giant Spell picked up for JWoww, so he's trying to get tanky as quick as possible. You can see 2,700 life. Really curious. That's what I thought. I do remember reading those changes that it actually nerfed it in the early stages. But the Tiamat now picked up for Viz. And let's see what kind of damage he can do against JWoww. Not bad. Actually forcing him back. And here comes Sheepy off on the side. Going to stealth in, have the red buff as well. He's going to get the slow, but remember, JWoww's ultimate. And looks like we will have Sheepy just jump right back on top of him, but he doesn't have the slow enough. He's actually going to use ultimate to get back in top of him. He gets the slow yet again. JWoww being forced to flash away from this one. And Viz flashing in, he gets the snare, and he gets the kill. And now here comes Onslaught. Is he going to get taken after this? And the gold card comes in and actually forces Viz back. But he does not have the damage he needs to take him down. But Morden coming in, Diode coming in as well. The gold card yet again landing. And Diode actually backing away. Morden going to be coming in for the side. He's going head-to-head against Sheepy here. He looks like he will get the kill. And Viz will be taken down here in just a few seconds as well. But look at this. On the mid lane, we have UoL pushing down onto tier 2 turret. That one will be dropped, so they'll lose two people. But they will get a 2-for-1 trade and a tower. So all in all, they're still pulling ahead in gold off of that one. And a great job by the rest of UoL just to rotate in as quick as possible. Realizing how many people were committed up towards that top side. And will they pick up another? I would imagine they can't. And it looks like they will just back away instead. As you can see, a lot of major items being completed from both sides. 2,000 gold to spend for power. Is he going Void Staff? Or is he going another Nice Large Rod? Alright, so he's going for Death. Actually, he's going for Zonia's? I think. That would be the best choice. And you can see Twist Fate Ocelot now has his Hourglass done. But Rhino and Zoman picked up almost for both junglers, sitting on their two major items, two major components. And JWoww even going for his as well. So when those are actually finished up here very shortly, it's going to be quite effective to really control the other team. Just imagine slowing a Kha'Zix down so he can't chase you. Even a Rengar on top of that. Going to work well on Morgana if that Black Shield is not up. Yuki's stealthing up, maybe looking for a fight middle. He can't win that fight 1v2 though. And here comes Ultimate Diode. It does not connect completely as power only slowed up here. Stun comes in on Yuki, pops at the QSS, and he will escape this one. But Diode getting locked down. DFG even being used. He gets bursted down. Vardags picks up that one. Now Sheepy looking for more. Morty gonna get snared up and Dark Bound, and he will be taken down. Double kill for the side of Vardags here. And now they can probably push if they want to, or maybe even go for Baron here. They have the jungler down. They have to be careful of Yuki because he has a lot of damage. But that QSS is down. That is a good sign for them to... Well, they can just burst him if they need. And here we go. Baron gonna be start for the side of Unicorns of Love. Or not. Oh, they're baiting him in. They're gonna run right into it. JWoww. He's gonna face check this one, but also use the ultimate to actually catch him off guard. JWoww is gonna use his ultimate to escape this one, and he should be fine. But that ultimate coming out of Onslaught just saved his team's life. And if anything, it forced UoL back off of Baron. They're not gonna commit for this. So a great use out of the Twisted Fate ultimate just to stop them from going for it. And that made that situation not as bad as it could have been. Alright. right, so 26 minutes in. That fight, honestly, could have been way worse. If JL wasn't the man in front, if Osat didn't use the ultimate, if they just started Baron instead, like that could have completely gone in Unicorns of Love favor. But luckily for G2, they get the best of both evils there. Yeah, at least stop them from doing that. But Dragon has come up again, and Unicorns of Love will secure their third one of the game. And you can see everyone's leaning CS on their side. Well, their solo laners are. Obviously, Morden is ahead of Sheepy so far, but that doesn't really count. Neither does Dude being ahead, since he's giving an extra potentially 30 CS to Yuki. But right now, Unicorns Live, they have to be careful. We're 27 minutes in, so the possibility of Baron, it's getting there. And Yuki has finished that Phantom Dancer now, so can have some extra damage, but he doesn't have the armor pen. He can't take down Sheepy. He can't take down Viz. And Sheepy getting caught out here. JWoww coming from the side. Sheepy gonna actually jump away from this one, and he will get kicked over the wall in the mid jump. I see what Morden was trying to do, but it didn't work. And Sheepy will pick up a pink ward and will escape. Alright, so Death Cup has been finished for power. Oh, listening. We'll spot out JWoww with that ward. And JWoww's just going to ward over the wall as well, just to kind of give him some vision around Baron. And Sheepy, not that healthy. I don't think they can really go for it, but they could catch someone out. They have great vision control of this pit. And this thing, is he going to ward up again? He does have the Oracle Lens. He does spot out JWoww here. He misses the, well, misses quite a few things there. JWoww will just back away from this one, but right now you can see Onslaught pushing middle, trying to get some damage on the turret, trying to split push a little bit. But you can see they need help on this top side, and Onslaught's going to have to ult into this one to hold on to it. And he in fact will, but wave clear comes in, and that will be Twisted Fate completely wiping out that wave. That's exactly what you need to stop this push. And Yuki getting very, very ballsy off to the side. If he gets caught with a stun, that's his QSS down. But right now, balls everywhere for Power of Evil. And Unicorns of Love trying to bait them out, trying to take them away from the turret, not have that to back up to. But the mid lane is pushing on them. JWoww actually going to sneak. I thought I was sneaking towards the middle, but look at this. Oh, we have Viz going to the side on Yuki, goes straight for the burst on the Dark Binding, does connect, but the quick QSS is actually used. And dude, landing a nice ultimate onto the backside, but he's all by himself. He gets taken out. Now JWoww trying to rush into the middle of the team, but gets pushed away, gets locked down, and they can't commit for the fight off this. They can't actually catch up to him. And Yuki not on a lot of life here. You can see 3 blinking red lights on the side of Unicorns of Love. Viz almost there as well. And G2 were so close to actually pulling that fight off. If dude got a little bit of backup there, it would have been a little bit different. But Viz being very aggressive, jumping into the team. Really trying to make something happen, but now G2... Well, will they push on this middle turret? I actually don't know the HP of it just yet. Actually, well, it's sitting at about half life, but you see how fast it's falling. JWoww, well, he can't tank the turret and Vardex. I'm just going to have to back away. Power of Evil's balls. Jason, you're so immature. Vardex, though. Look what he's got going on. Let's focus on his items and not what I just said. Trinity Force, almost done. Missing that Zeal, which he almost does have. And the voice stuff has been picked up for us. Now, as you can see, though, Viz, you know, he can have his Random's Omen done, which I believe he's going back to get right now. And that's going to put him at, let's see, how much armor. He's at 177, 197 now without his W being used. That is... That's impossible for Yuki to eat through, and well, luckily for Yuki, he is going towards that last whisper, but it might be too late. He has 100 gold to spend right now. Alright, so we're hitting that 31-minute mark here. Remember, guys, this is just the first game of this best of 3, and this is only the 3rd place match, as we have the finals coming up between SK Gaming Prime and Lublin Shore. But that Triforce now complete for Vardags. And if you just compare him and Yuki, he's got a full item ahead. Compare the top laners. Yeah, we can call that even. Junglers. Okay, let's just call it even. It's generally even for them, but mid lane completely different. The thing is, because of the Mikhail's Crucible rush by Helixiang, Yuki was forced to go to the QSS. Let's see, Yuki's gonna be getting his own red buff here. JWoww trying to give him a little bit of vision here. Trying to spot them out, just trying to keep this control. Not let them get free reign over the Baron, but they have to be careful. Power Revo gets a nice stun off. He could take them down. You can see him just warding over the wall. I'm going to clear out the vision. They have 3 sweeping lenses. One of them being an actual Oracle lens. And JWoww, well, he will eat that one. He should be fine. And now Yuki. This is the difficult thing. Oh, actually, Viz did use his ultimate right there. But they were to back away from that. So that will now be down. And Yuki, is he looking for a fight? Well, he might be. Going to get some damage onto Sheepy there, but this will be forced to back off. And you can see Unicorns Love struggling a little bit to finish off the game. Or struggling a little bit to just maybe make that push that they need. But they get the bomb turret. Now 4,000 gold ahead. And they have full control of the Baron Pit still. They can see JWoww moving down to the bottom side. He has teleport up though. And let's see what does happen. They're still trying to catch him out. Dio does actually get caught there. But his ultimate almost on halfway cooldown. Dragon has come back up, and it looks like the Unicorns of Love, well, they want to go for their 4th of the game. And why not? They will force G2 out, and will force them into a potential fight. Dark Binding does land on the Morden. They're not going to commit. JWoww, no, he's tanking up to just kind of get in their face without being too worried. You can see Sheepy taking on the Dragon quickly. And Power of Evil, he's got everything up and ready. You can see right now they have Vardak split off to the side, so this could be a good engage for the side of G2. Sheepy gets caught up by the E out of the Zenith Blade, and actually might get bursted down. He gets kicked away. He will jump, but it won't be enough. Morden picks up the kill, and now Helixiang being forced back. Using Mikhail's Crucible to himself. Yuki getting almost bursted down, but Power of Evil doesn't have the damage even with the DFG. And now JWoww, he will die from this one, but it will just be a 1-for-1 trade so far. And it looks like Yuki will help them actually get away from this, but still, a 1-for-1 trade. On the side of UoL will get Dragon, and Viz didn't even have his ultimate up during that. Alright, so, I mean, look at the score between both teams. 12-12, 2-5 in turrets. Unicorns of Love, they have a 5,000 gold lead. They have 4 dragons, though. 4-1 in dragons, and they have 3 extra turrets. And you can see, I mean, Ocelot, he's dead even in CS pretty much, but he has all that extra money from that passive. You can see Eddie carry is pretty even, top lane is pretty even, so things have, you know, kind of come back into balance here, but G2 now finally able to get some vision control of this Baron Pit, and actually might be the game changer here. Alright, so Yuki still working towards that last whisper. He's almost got it, actually. I need some more farm. So many pings being used here on the side of Unicorns of Love. I really want to get this vision, this control. And they're saying, well, he's going to be caught out here. Uses ultimate, but here comes the rest of the team to back him up. And look at that. Offset will get locked down by the charge. And Vardak's Power Reveal forced back by the ultimate out of Leona. And now Yuki forced a flash race from this one, but Viz will pick up the kill. Now there's their AD carry now gone. He's still after Ocelot. He will be taken down. And Diod, well, he's certainly not going to skate this one. That will be 3 kills coming in for the side of Unicorns of Love. And maybe even number 4 as JWoww getting locked down by Dark Binding. They will get the stun as well from Syndra. And JWoww will be bursted. Power Reveal picks that one up. That is a 4-for-0 trade. And Morden, as you can see on your screen, escaping with less than 50 HP. And that will now be an inhibitor turret taken down and an inhibitor. And maybe even Baron. They have enough time. And actually, Yuki calling out the GGs. Will this be a surrender? No, they're actually just going to push for the win. They have the time. I thought they might go back for a Baron here, but like, they have the tankiness, they have the damage they need, and that's the first extra turret game taken down. Number 2 quickly going to follow. And this will be Unicorns of Love now being 1 game away from claiming 3rd place and a 1,750 euros. And G2, well, 1 game away from being 4th place here. And that will be the game. So, congratulations to them. Very well done. Paradise, well, completing the game without even dying once here. And unfortunately, Yuki just didn't have the damage he needed. Unfortunately, they got caught out, and Well, that's what happens when you do fall behind a little bit earlier on. So, guys, we're going to go a quick little break here, but when we come back, it will be game number 2 coming up between Gamers 2 and Unicorns of Love, and we'll see you guys in just a few.